No one saw it coming. Fans had speculated, hoped, even shipped them relentlessly over the years, but the actual confirmation hit the internet like a meteor. And if you're not already subscribed, now's the time to do it, because moments like this don't just shake fandoms, they rewrite love stories. It began on an ordinary Thursday morning, or at least it seemed ordinary, until a quiet pin on social media changed everything. A post. Just one. From Dylan Wang's verified account. No caption. Just a photo. A stunning sunset, and beneath it, two hands interlocked, rings gleaming on both. The tags. Subtle but explosive at @Sean__you. The world froze. Was it real? A project teaser? A brand campaign? But as the minutes ticked by, and fans dug deeper, the truth emerged, elegant and undeniable. Dylan Wang had gotten married. Not just to anyone, but to the woman millions had watched him fall for on-screen in Meteor Garden. The chemistry wasn't scripted. It was real. What followed was a whirlwind of reactions. Some cried. Some screamed. Some danced. But all eyes turned to the couple that had once graced our screens as Dao Min-si and Sean Kai, now stepping into real life as husband and wife. Dylan's team released a statement just hours later. Simple, heartfelt, and almost poetic, in a world full of roles, I found my truth. Today, I begin the biggest journey of my life, with the one who's walked beside me from the start. Please welcome Mrs. Wang. Mrs. Wang. Chen Yu. She, too, followed with a post not long after. A photo taken years ago on the set of Meteor Garden. Behind the scenes. Both laughing, mid-bite of street food, eyes full of spark and youth. Her caption read, "Then, now, always." White heart. It felt surreal. Like a fanfic brought to life. But this wasn't fiction anymore. This was their truth. The world wanted answers. How long had they been together? Was this a secret romance, hidden in plain sight? Interviews from years past were dug up. Laughs shared between scenes, stolen glances during press tours, awkward denials when asked about their chemistry off-screen. Suddenly, it all clicked. The teasing smiles. The comfort between them. The silence that said more than words ever could. Sources close to the pair began to speak, nothing invasive, just gentle confirmations. They've always had a bond, one stylist shared anonymously. Even when the camera stopped rolling, they stayed connected. It wasn't always romantic, but it was deep. Like they understood each other. One production assistant from a drama they shot separately recalled, he'd always light up when her name came up. Even if they weren't working together at the time, he kept tabs. I don't think it ever really ended between them. They just grew into it. The timeline, while still private, slowly unraveled. A quiet reunion during the pandemic. A series of quiet dinners, away from paparazzi. Vacations disguised as solo trips. Matching bracelets spotted months apart. A promise ring mistaken for a prop. The signs had always been there, subtle, respectful, loving. And now, at 26, Dylan Wang had sealed the story that fans had written in their heads 1,000 times. But more than the romance, it was the maturity of it all that stunned people. No tabloids. No spectacle. Just love, real, patient, intentional love. Even their wedding, now confirmed to have taken place in a quiet villa in Tuscany, was intimate. No press. Just close friends, family, and a view of rolling hills at sunset. Sean Yu wore a gown that whispered elegance, minimalist, silk, with soft off-shoulder sleeves. Dylan stood in a tailored suit, no embellishments, just a white rose pinned to his chest. The vows, written by them, delivered in voices steady with emotion. A friend who attended shared this quote from Dylan's vow, "In every scene, I've played someone else. But with you, I am always myself. I don't need lines. I just need you. And Sean Hughes, even more powerful. You weren't the prince I dreamed of, you were better. You were real. Flawed. Fierce. Mine. The photos, those past, leaked through friends and staff. One caught the attention of everyone, Dylan, kissing Sean's forehead as she laughed mid-toast. No filter. No pose. Just pure joy. The entertainment world responded in waves. Fans trended hashtags like #DylanSeanForever and #Wang wedding for days. Industry peers sent their blessings publicly. And what stood out most, there was no hate. No scandal. No backlash. Just love. Perhaps it was the years of watching them grow, or the tenderness with which they handled their privacy, but this wasn't treated like gossip. It was treated like a celebration. Like a dream fulfilled not just for them, but for every fan who believed in their story from the start. It's worth noting how rare that is. In an industry so often shaped by image, where rumors are currency and privacy is a luxury, Dylan and Sean Hughes' relationship stood as a quiet rebellion. They didn't sell their love. They lived it. And the fans, they noticed. Tributes poured in. Fan pages that had been dormant since 2019 lit up again. Edits resurfaced. Fanfiction once considered wishful thinking now read like prophecy. One comment under an old video said it best: "We wrote the ending, and they made it real." In the days following the announcement, Sean Hughes shared a story on her Weibo account. A candid video clip, shaky, clearly handheld. Dylan in the kitchen, cooking. He's humming off-key, wearing mismatched socks and glasses slightly askew. She's laughing behind the camera. The caption read, "Married life. Chaos and comfort. Yellow heart." That was it. That was them. No drama. No marketing ploy. Just a couple who fell in love the way the best stories do, slowly, naturally, and against all odds. For those who followed their journey from the start, it felt like closure. But also, a beginning. Because their marriage wasn't the finale. It was the next chapter. And if their past was anything to go by, it would be full of surprises, laughter, and the kind of authenticity that's hard to fake. A popular entertainment blogger wrote an op-ed titled, "Why Dylan Wang and Sean Hughes' Love Story Matters," where she reflected on the deeper meaning behind the union. In a world where fame often fractures intimacy, their story is a reminder that real connection can survive the spotlight. That when it's right, love waits. It grows. It heals. And perhaps that's the most beautiful part of all this. Not the wedding. Not the surprise. But the journey. The years of uncertainty. The missed chances. The unspoken feelings finally given voice. Their story wasn't written in a rush. It took time. And maybe that's why it lasted. So, for every fan who dreamed of this day, for everyone who saw something between them before they even admitted it themselves, this is your happy ending, too.